asirudi tena. Hey, um, it's now the time we are here, so I'm just to be waiting for some people to join this as we agreed in the morning that NFP is around the corner. NFP is here, and we just have like a few minutes to hit the dot. I think we it's already 23, so we just have like 7 minutes before the time, and I know this is going to have a very big impact, as you can see. Now, look at the areas that we are waiting for the market to hit is already actually moved above that. So we'll be checking to see which areas we are really talking about. So now look at this. I think these prices have actually dropped. The market is really down. And I want to see how the prices are really going to react from this, because already we are up. And I think no problem, because we are waiting for this price here. You see around here. This region that we drew here, that is why we're waiting to see the price is actually reacting. But you can see how gold is really pushing this. This is weird and this is crazy. So in case we get to this point that we see here, a bonus point of this market actually coming to this point that we have across this zone here, then I think that is going to be very nice, because now that is what is going to help us now to know whether we are going to have some entries towards the downside, and that is when we get a positive result towards the NFP that is coming in a few, whether it's going to be a buy or a sell for the USD. But in case we get that data, I know it's actually going to push the market towards the downside, towards that area, that zone of 52. And once we be touching that region, things will change, because that is a time we'll be having many entries towards those areas. That is what we are waiting to see from this market. I want to close the positions that I opened earlier for some currencies. Then we'll focus on new ones, on what we are going to be having, because things are really going to be hot here. So all trades that I'll be having here, you're going to be displayed here. So let's see how the market is. So the goal here is wait for the market to react, and then after reaction, then we take action. After reaction, we take our action towards that. And most of it is actually going to be, when it's dropped, it's going to be of more advantage if the market is actually drops, because we are going to buy because of so many reasons. And that is when we get a positive result towards the NFP. But I hope that they are not really going to collide between an employment rate and a hourly earning. Is going to be released as well in the next few minutes. So in case we are going to be getting those data, just speaking the same language, things are really going to be good here. Okay. Amazing. What else? Let's see. Amazing. So we are really observing this, because I want to see, last time we were waiting to see a price breaking this. The market already touched here. This is the trend that we think we do. Lastly, we were talking about the prices around 94, 92. But I don't think whether we got a candle to confirm that, because all the candles that we saw are actually started continuing moving up, and there was no confirmation yet that it did move it down. So if this market is going to sell, then I think we are going to have more advantage, because I think it is going to move towards the downside, and I think that is the time probably we can have some buys from the market when it's actually going to drop all the way down. and that is going to be of more advantage to us. Now it's just like 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes to the time, and then I have the NFP. I'm ready. So for the data here, okay, let me see. Okay, already. Okay, it's already. So what you can say from this market, as you can see, is just very simple, because you see the market is still moving up. There is no clear sign that this market is moving down, unless we get the NFP that is actually going to get us different information from here. Let's see, just like 2 minutes time. One minute to go. One minute to go. Some seconds. What happened to my chart? Oh, it's a buy. I thought we could be getting at least this market movie downs. Oh, we got 73, 4.2. So absolutely is actually going to buy. Let's see the reactions here. 14. Let's wait for that reaction, because I already touched this. Let me wait for it to come down. Yep, come down below 10. We are left behind. We are left behind. No problem. Let's just give it some time. It's going to calm down. Once we are done, we can have some entries though. That is what we don't have to chase that. So after reaction, we hacked. Let's wait. Let's wait later. We give it time. I'm going to give it time though. Okay. Look at that sharpness. So this actually might become invalid, but we'll give it time, maybe another day, to see how the market will be reacting from that. So we are not going to remove, I'm not going to remove that until we are actually done with the end until the day ends this week up to this 52. So I'll give it time still. I'll scalp for some dollars here. Let's see. Increase a lot. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. USD JPY is dropping so fast. Oh, we missed a very big move here, but not yet. This price is actually going to come back here. You see this place 13, the price is going to come back. High probability trends. Shangwe, Shangwe. Hey, I want this to hand, and we have to make something here. We have to risk like 1,000 or 500. Huh? Are we making something? It's a very strong one because I'm expecting these prices to come to 20s probably. Before, let's see. I know this is going to probably break again. I see it's very strong trend here. This is a very big lot, man. Very big. I have to reduce this. I have to reduce one. Let's just wait for 30s. I want to see below 30. That was 34. So we are back again. Do you remember the strong rejection that we were getting here yesterday? I think it's the same that we are getting here around 34. The one we are trying to break yesterday. It's around that area again. It's around that area again. But this big gap that has been created here, I have not paid for my subscription for the trending view. I could have actually showed you the type of the volume that is entered, that is in between this candle here. See this big candle that has been formed here. This market actually has to come to this point, regardless of where it's actually going to move. So whether the market is going to move up or down, we are actually going to get back either to 15 or like that. We might be getting to this 15, 20s around here. Yeah, 15. That is below 20. Below 20. And when this price comes here, again, probably being a good chance probably to buy from that. Keep looking for that. So, yeah, another rejection. Remember, yesterday we were dealing with these rejections, high rejections that we are getting from this point here. And again, what I'm saying is that whether this market moves to this point, I think we might be going back to this area here. And yeah, so we are really going to determine, was this the end? Because we were very close to this point. That is when we were supposed to have big buys here. A big buy, because the market was to move up. So I think this candle could have actually taken us almost to this point here, in case it actually could have been a very good buy. We could actually be in here and things could have been so good, because buying from this point was actually so necessary. Like buying from that point was everything. I could not have missed that one when that market was actually to come to that area. I think I see another rejection here, and I think things are really slowing down. And yeah, the time is not really. I opened very big lots, but I've closed some. So I'm waiting to see that. I'll give it 1,000 to certain levels there, and then I will see what market is going to do here. It is moving up. It is moving up. Oh my God. Jesus. We'll still see that validation here, but yeah. Anytime zone, so no worries. 20s, we might achieve that. I think that will be very okay. That will be much fair. Much fair, much fair. That's the area. That is it. So I'll give it time. Again, I told you my account is big, so they can accumulate all those things there. I'll give it time to float. To float. The time is coming. The time is coming. The time is coming. Actually, it is the same thing that is happening with the Euro USD. Just look at that jump, and I think 73 was very low. Yeah, but I think this is a very big gap that has been created from this market. Obviously, we might be back again before this price is probably continues to move to this directions. Yep, what has just happened here? Before we get to this place, this is the same thing that is happening with the euro. Covering this, and we'll be back. I think so. Not think so, but I know. It's a very big gap created here. A good point is actually when this price will be dropping, and then we get a good point to buy at the lower prices, like 2015s. That will be actually a very good point to buy from the gold. Since in the morning we saw that the gold is still moving up. So in case we get to 20s, 15s there, I think things are really going to be good. But testing on these 42, 20s, probably we might be getting it later. Like the price is just dropping at least to 20 before we jump up. The barrier that was there around 34, the market just decided to break through that, and now it seems that we'll be getting back to 20s. So when we get back to this zone that you see for the gold here, it's actually going to be a very big opportunity for probably a buy long term. Yeah, around 12, this area here that we see, probably is going to be a very good point to buy from this market. Yeah, that is going to be very nice. That is going to be so good here. Yeah, so that is what I will be observing to see how these really things are going to unfold across those zones. Very tough, tell you. When we get to 20s, I think things will have changed a lot. Like a lot of things. We will have changed a lot. This was just a scalping point. Just a scalping. Like my account is big, so don't worry about negative 1,000. No? The bigger. So because of the market, let me go to 1 hour time frame. I want to observe things clearly so that we know exactly what we are doing. So this place here, this is 33, so that around 33 here, I'm going to reduce the lot size. I'm going to reduce the lots. I'm going to reduce the lot. Let me get 150 here and close one of it. 150, 180, 60. Okay. We are going to reduce some lots. People who are normally check on 5 hour minute time frame, I know that you are seeing dust. Things like this one. 18, I think the below 20s might be getting that. Okay. Want to see. There's 15:55. Okay, new seconds. Close that, and then we probably open another one closing below that. As now we get the signs to move probably the way down. Yep. So between MT5 and this, this closed here. So that are danger. You see, it just closed around this here. So All right. So I'm going to be waiting for this because now it is taking time to realize what we are moving, where we are going. So I'm been giving it time. So when we get to the prices that we are waiting for, then at least we can have some buyers below 20s. I will still check on those ones. I'll check on those ones. I'll check on those ones. I will check on those zones. Let's see whether this is going to move slightly slower. I want to close. I want to reduce lot size. You know, this lot is big. I want to reduce that. Okay. Although these prices I think might be going down, but just reduce it. Reduced. Just cutting it. Cut short. Instead, because you see all the market is really reacting this. So in case we touch 30, we touch this area 20 is below 20, we are going to make very huge big things. Yeah, big things are really going to happen. I don't know how many positions I'm really closing. It's just seeing things here. So from morning, just most of the scalps. That was small, but I'm just trying to cut lot size, like to make lot size small, because when the market is doing things like this, so if it's going to move from here, I think the next step we can actually land is 50. But at least, you know, with the small lot size, we can wait for it to come back to the where we are waiting for, at least 20, below 20, I think so. And when it comes back to that, at least when even if it is just moved to 50, our daily stop loss will not have been hit. We just give it a room to breathe, but expect at least prices to, we see lower prices from there. Can expect lower. Yep, that is it. That is it. I'm done here. Not my name, but I'm done here. So, yep. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just observe these things because I have some errands to run. We'll be checking the result later. I'll be posting to see what we get. You can still look for that. So I'll be waiting for buys when the market drops. That is what we normally, I send. Wait for the reaction, then take action. That is it. That is it. So my entries here is just to confirm that at least we'll be waiting for these prices to come to those levels. No worries. I was waiting for buy when the market was actually to drop down, but just decided to move up from the point that you were waiting for. But that's all right. That's all right as well. Yeah. So in case maybe I don't come back alive again, we'll see you again on Monday, 11 a.m. To analyze the market for the next week, the next year, the next, or this, the whole of this month. We'll be talking more about that. We'll be talking about more of that. Yeah, I can see a lot of things. When I see the 5-minute time frame here, I can have many clues of what is happening, like scalping here. When it is hit 44, selling, because I see now this trying to move down. The market is trying now, and when we'll be hitting below 20, I'll still look for buy. And I hope this happens on Monday so that I can wake up very early in the morning, 5 a.m. to buy when this market actually will be opening. All right, that is what I wanting to finish with. Yeah, okay. The Euro USD is moving the same directions with it's moving the same direction. The Euro USD is moving the same direction now with the gold, and that's something very amazing. Look at that. It's just the same thing that is forming. So if you go to the Euro USD and you observe on now gold is really trending, you observe a similar pattern now. The Kitambo was just almost